Hello and welcome back to Grim Survival. It is Sunday. Yeah, I'm recording this on Sunday. I didn't get much sleep. I really didn't. So today I'm going to be talking about my, well, I wouldn't say top 5 because I think I got like 6 or 7 on here, but my top recommendations for home defense. And I'm not talking about like home defense, defensive weapons or anything like that. I'm talking about home defense like barricades and things like this, and how to reinforce windows and doors, and basically, have some defense. Make it a lot harder for somebody to just walk in. And this may be useful in the coming times if people try to, make it mandatory buybacks for certain things, and make mandatory to have certain things shot into your arm like this. This is, and sorry for the cat hair that's already stuck on it, this is the shirt that I made. It finally did come. I will not comply. Can you see that? Yeah, I will not comply. I got it in the mail finally. Check it out. It's a Hanes. I don't know if you can see that. There's the camera over there. It's a Hanes, yeah. These are found on my Teespring account. Link is in the description. That being said, every item that I'm going to show you on the screen today is also, those links are going to be in the description. Those are going to be the first things you've seen. Alright, so let's just get right into it. Home defense. Why is that important? It's important to keep people out. I mean, it's your home. You don't want people that you don't want in your home, correct? I mean, if we wouldn't have locks on our doors if that was the case. So we do have locks on our doors to keep people out, to keep you, your family, your pets, and your stuff safe from intruders or anyone trying to do you harm. Alright, first item on the list, we're going to start with the door. And what we're looking at now is a door barricade. This is I believe it's the night lock residential door barricade. Now, these work really well. All you do is you screw the panel into the floor in front of whatever door you're going to use it on. You put the other piece on the door, and then there is a removable bar. And the bar just slides right off so that you can easily get out in case of fire or things like that. These things work really well. I have seen lots of videos, done lots of research on these particular items. They're very effective for stopping people from coming through the door. They're very effective. I've seen police try to use door bashing type tools to knock down doors with these things installed on them, and they could not get in. Outright could not get in. There's videos of that online. Alternatively, if you don't want to be screwing things into your door, there are these types of bars. These security bars work basically like the old-fashioned put a door or a chair against your doorknob kind of thing. So if you live in an apartment or a place where you have no ability to install things into your floor by drilling holes or screwing things in, one of these bars might be a decent alternative, although they don't work nearly as well as the ones that screw in. So I would definitely recommend, if you have the ability to screw it into the floor to secure it that way, I would recommend that over the bar for sure. Alright, next thing I'm going to show you is a door frame reinforcement kit. Most doors fail at the frame. Most of the time when there are forced entries into a home, it is because the deadbolt didn't fail. The door frame actually did. The door frame on most houses is made out of yellow pine, very soft wood, and it's usually very thin soft wood around your frame. You're talking maybe 1 inch thick, maybe 1 inch thick. For the vast majority of homes, especially more modern homes, it is only a 1x piece of yellow pine that is keeping somebody from tearing your door right off its hinges, quite literally. I mean, the frame will fail, and you can see evidence of this in many burglaries and forced entries where people just kick the door and the deadbolt's still attached to the frame while the door is laying on the floor. So yeah, definitely recommend to reinforce your door frames. There are ways to do this without buying a kit. You can do it with wood, you can do it with longer screws. There are lots of other options besides the kit, but a kit like this would definitely be very helpful in such times. So that covers basically what I have for doors. Next, I'm going to talk about windows. Now what we're looking at now is a board and batten shutter. These are wooden shutters, and you can pick these up on Amazon with the link in the description, or you can find them, or you can find materials and make them. That's what I mean to say, make them. They're really not hard to make. Not at all. You're talking, you know, a few 2x6s, and yeah, that's about it. Some stain to make it whatever color you want. The ones that I'm showing you here on Amazon, they actually have 20 different colors, and they come with the hardware. So yeah, the shutters. Now, why would you want wooden shutters inside your home? These are interior shutters for your home. The reason for this is going to be to keep projectiles out. Now, when I say projectiles, obviously these are not ballistic proof. These are wood, so they're not going to stop any firearm projectiles from coming through there. So don't hide behind it in the event of an onslaught under your house, I suppose we could say. But what they will prevent is people from throwing bricks through your window. They'll prevent glass from coming into your windows. If windows get shattered from the outside, I mean, you know, even if you live in a neighborhood with a lot of kids, baseballs won't come through your windows, things like that. So yeah, these are very helpful, but on another note, they also, if you put a bar across the middle of it, and you could easily install this, or, you know, a metal bar, wooden bar, whatever it is, lock the thing shut. You can actually install locks on these. A padlock and a hinge would work just fine too, and that will actually, you know, it's nothing ever is going to prevent somebody from coming in your home. Nothing is ever going to completely prevent that, unless you have some kind of futuristic steel shutter automated system self-defense thing. But with this kind of thing, it's going to slow them down greatly. Now, most thieves, if they come to your home and they come across these kind of defensive things, they're going to turn away rather quickly. They're not going to put in the effort it's going to require them to get through that and get into your home. Now, obviously, military personnel, that's another story. They'll probably use some type of explosive and go in anyway. So any of these against a military onslaught to your home is probably just going to slow them down. But it may slow them down enough for you to find safety or arm yourself. So I definitely recommend these shutters for anyone who, especially if you live in a hurricane prone area or a tornado prone area, these would be great to have just to keep shards of glass from flying into your home. Next, I'm going to talk about blackout blinds. Blackout blinds in combination with the shutters would be very helpful. We always talk about grid down situations, and definitely you don't want people seeing light coming from your home. If everyone else is blacked out, you don't want them to see the candle you have lit or the emergency lighting source, or, you know, if you have a solar generator or a quiet generator, you don't want them to see that. This is going to bring attention to you, bring attention to your home. They're going to let people outside of your home know that you have stuff into your home that they may want. So I definitely recommend these blackout blinds. Even if you don't do the shutters, blackout blinds are highly recommended for all preppers to make sure people are not seeing in and seeing light come out. So yeah, that's an obvious thing there. Next thing I want to talk about here, and what you're seeing here, are soundproof panels. Now, why would you want soundproof panels? Because they look cool, first off. But no, obviously there's other reasons for soundproof panels. Now, you could do this in your whole home. You could do this in one single room. And this goes right along with the blackout blinds, keeping light out. You also want to keep sound out. You don't, I mean, you may be in a situation where there's a lot of civil unrest happening outside your home, and you don't want people to be able to hear what's going on in a certain room. Now, obviously, these would work really well for a panic room. If you have the ability to build a panic room or already have one, you definitely don't want sound coming out of that particular area. But these also are fire retardant, the one I'm showing you here. So these will help prevent fires in your home. They will also block sound from coming out. But on the downside, they also block sound from coming into your home. So these work really well if you have some kind of a security camera system, so that you can still hear outside of the room, but people can't hear you inside of the room. So why block sound from coming out of your room? Just in case you are doing things like cooking, these will actually help with smell also. In combination with blackout blinds, shutters, soundproof panels, if you did this all to just say your bedroom. You are going to prevent a lot of the smells that come out from when you're cooking. You're going to prevent people from hearing your children, your dogs bark, whatever it is, and it's going to be very beneficial for defense, just, you know, not having sound, not hearing you. But I mean, even if you don't have a security camera type thing, you could always put some tape on a two-way radio and leave it outside of the room, and you'd be able to hear anything outside of the room via the radio, obviously. So that would be something to think on there, but it does have the downside, like I said. Next, I'm going to go over my least recommended item, and these are door alarms. Now these are, you know, still recommended, but least recommended. My primary recommendation is obviously going to be a big boomstick, but these door alarms in combination with, say, a boomstick, or, you know, if you don't have the ability to put up the shutters, or you don't have the ability to get the door barricades, these things will be a first alert system. These will be able to get people in your home realizing something is going on that you don't want. Now these are magnetic based, so basically you put the alarm on your wall, you put the little magnet on your window or your door, and when the magnet seal breaks, the alarm sounds. Now these are very loud, very loud. If these don't wake you up when you're sleeping at night, then you have really good soundproof panels, or you sleep really well, which I don't. So yeah, it definitely be recommended to have some alarm system, some kind of a first alert. Now these are the ones I'm showing you here on Amazon. They don't require any kind of an app. They don't require anything but some batteries inside the device itself, and it takes just little fat batteries. I forget exactly which battery it is. Let's see if I can find it real quick, but they take 3 LR44 batteries, and they are included in that particular package. So, you know, a door alarm is a door alarm. It's definitely not connected to any kind of Wi-Fi, not an app or anything like that. So it's not going to alert you if you're not home, but if you are home, obviously it's going to alert you that somebody is trying to get in either through the window or the door. Also, it's going to alert you if someone's trying to get out. So if you have, let's say, autistic children, or if you have toddlers running around, and, you know, sometimes they like to go out the door. We all know kids like doors, and they will try to get out and see what's outside, go play in the backyard. If you have a swimming pool, things like this, these could be very beneficial for, you know, people that have special needs type children, or just toddlers on their own, because they're very, you know, curious type individuals. So yeah, so those are my recommendations. There's not a lot of recommendations here, but there's not too many things you can do. There are a lot more things you can do, a lot more expensive things you can do. I could tell you about concrete barriers full of sand outside your windows for ballistic protection and things like that, but that's not this video. So this video is basically securing your home. And why secure your home? Obviously, there's obvious reasons why you secure your home: for keeping out unwanted guests, keeping out intruders, keeping people out that are trying to, you know, get to your stuff. You don't want people getting to your stuff. Now obviously, my number one recommendation is still a big old boomstick, some sort of firearm to help yourself in the event somebody does come in. Now you add that into combination with all the other things. Firearm projectiles will go through anything I've shown you here. They will go through your door, they will go through your window, even with the wooden shutters. They will definitely go through the soundproof panels and the blackout blinds, but that works both ways, if you know what I mean. So if somebody's trying to, you know, battering ram your door, I mean, I wouldn't stop you. I would definitely recommend putting several holes through it from the inside out, if you know what I mean. Alright, this is not a very long video, obviously, but these are just some of my recommendations for how to secure your home, making sure people you don't want stay out. It's definitely recommended. Tonight I will be live 6 p.m. Survival Sunday. I'm going to talk about winter survival preps, things like that on my Survival Sunday show. And yeah, we'll see about wearing my shirt too for Survival Sunday. I really like this. I did make this picture. Made it myself. Yeah, I really like it. Like I said, it's on my Teespring account, link in the description. So I thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. You know, I try to do more prepping and survival type videos. I definitely think that home security is a survival thing. It's more survival than prepping, but survival and prepping go hand to hand because you cannot have one without the other. You really can't. All right, like I said, this has been James with Grim Survival, and I'll see you next time.